Welcome to this video. Coach Jerry here. I'm going live, and I'm gonna talk about a few minutes, not only of the new mini challenge that we're gonna start, but I'm also gonna talk about something that is really dearly to me. I just had a quick run here, running to a place to get something. So I'm still catching my breath, and I wanted to squeeze in this video before I have another call. Yesterday, I made a post inside my feed talking about, in all honesty, the state of not only the industry, but the state of people right now, which is very hard to be a coach right now. It's very hard to be dealing with people. It's very hard to be not only dealing with prospects, but also at times dealing with clients. It's really hard to really get people to win, to buy into the thing that they actually want in life. And I'm going to talk about really why. And it starts from prospects. And I've been telling now about, 1,000 times, about, people being in this group, which we did make this group for people that are in the program, but also for people that are not in the program. And I wanted for this group to be very good for people that at least are active clients, because I want the culture, the connection, the ability to word their opinion in everything, like having disability. So I wanted this to be a place with culture. In the past, as I had the previous version of the program, we only had this for was a private community only for people inside the group. And I said, why don't we just open that for actual people that want to consider the group? And this is why we do free challenges, which are for everybody. You get paid when you win, and only to have maybe like 2% of people taking up the challenge. We do training like Q&As like the other Monday, and we had 3 people in there, and I'm not really upset for the people that actually are in the group, because it's kind of like we see this all the time. People want to change and then they don't. But I'm kind of upset more for the clients. It's like, you're actually paying for the program. Why don't you come to Q&As? Why don't you because this is the reality, right? Like, this program online is being predicated on the fact that people get results in specific ways, right? It's not about a strategy only. It's about the strategy, the right for you. It's about the support. It's about doing check-ins. It's about doing challenges. It's about showing up to calls. And of course, depending whether or not you're in a top plan, you also have one-on-one time with me, with my coach, Dory, Jennifer, depending, when did you came inside the program. And it's funny because we see some people, which I'm not going to name, which has amazing results by having one portion of the program, maybe just the app. And then there is people that complain about not having results with having all the components of the program and not using them, right? Or using them and whatever. It comes down to the fact that what I'm going to talk about today, not only we filtering out from now on, and we've been doing this for a while, people that, in my opinion, are going to fail, but we also want to give you a framework for people who are going to win. So for this, moving on this way, and this is going to start from this stream on, in 5 days, Facebook is going to not allow for third-party app like StreamYard to stream inside the Facebook groups. It's not going to allow to do it anymore. So I'm going to have to go live from the Facebook itself. That is going to prevent me from being able to share screens, from being able to show you a bunch of education. So the education from now on is going to be stuff like next Monday, right? Which you have the ability to come, and if you are a client, you can have a replay. But provided that you actually want to get results, you should be there live. And then you're not going to see me going live as often as I am like now, sharing a bunch of stuff screen. And instead, it's going to be like Zoom meetings in which you're going to probably want to come to if you want. Or you can see a replay, but you never have this sort of connection. Depending on the plan that you are moving forward, I'm also going to make that a requirement if you want to get one-to-one support, or better say group support. If you are going to be in a top plan, nothing changes. You get your one-to-one support. And this is going to be very clear when you sign up, right, into my program. If you're not, you're going to have to do it this way, because pretty much 90% of the coaches do it this way, and I don't see why I should do any different. We've been spending much time with my coaches giving one-to-one calls to everybody, only to have the certainty that the results that people get are not from those calls, are basically from shifting their own mindset. And this is what I want to talk about today. Doing the fucking work for real, that means like doing your best to do a challenge and not saying, oh, this doesn't apply to me. Going inside the app and responding to the freaking like check-ins, which like 1% or 10% of people are doing now. And those things needs to be done. I'm going to talk about this today. And this is basically, I was listening to one of my coaches' podcasts yesterday, and somehow they were talking about in US that now they have the ability to get insurances covering coaching, right? I mean, that's in US. I would never do it, by the way. Like, don't ever hope that I'm going to do that, because that's going to lower the quality of people, of the care that people come in with, mostly, right? And he was talking about the process they had, right? About he has to follow 2 or 3 messages and they had to respond. And this reminds me a lot of what I do. We talk about, I think we had like 10 calls between Monday and today. And we had I couldn't accept anybody in the program. I couldn't, because it's like they either not ready, or they either say they want to change and somebody actually need it, and then they find some sort of like self-sabotage excuse not to do stuff. But I said to everybody, and this is crazy to me, I said to everybody, look, I cannot accept you, but you can do some work for free. Are you willing to get coached for free, like inside my group? Are you willing to come in and do some work? Because everybody thinks, oh, it's not really the challenge, drinking more water, working out more. This isn't possibly the solution. No, I need something very specific to my freaking like a thyroid problem. My metabolism is slowing down. And all the excuses possible in the world when I'm telling you, like, you just need to do the basic stuff. It is not about the 100-calorie apple that you're eating or the 100-calorie cookie that you're not eating. It's about something else. It's about everything else. And it does involve doing what you said you're going to do. I said, are you 100% going to join the group? Are you 100% is free? You're going to join it? Yes. Out of, I think, and I asked this question now, maybe like 200 people, I think, in the past month. You want to know what is the percentage of people joining? Maybe like 20. And that's exactly the point. I don't want to say it to illustrate what the problem is, but or make anybody feel bad, or just as showing you that it's freaking frustrating for a coach. But I want to tell you exactly, this is why people fail. Not because you didn't join the group, but because you didn't do something that is so fucking easy, and you didn't do it, and you said you were going to do it. It's crazy. It's like click a button and you join. That's all you have to do. So if you're not going to join something that is so easy, what makes you feel that you can just go out there and follow a program, follow a nutrition recommendation, start tracking? And the crazy part is that when this happens, and this goes for everybody, don't like, if you don't feel like I'm talking to you, but also if this reflects you, you feel it like, okay, that's me once in a while. Don't take it like I'm talking necessarily to you, but take it like a criticism that you can improve on. And this goes for everybody. It's like, of course, including myself. It's always because you say stuff like, and this is true, by the way, oh, I couldn't, I got busy. Oh, my job. Oh, my this. Oh, my that. Oh, it's because, because I had to sleep more, or because it's a bunch of, always a lot of stuff. And this comes down to this. And most of the time it's like, I don't have time. Why? Because you're not willing to prioritize your health and your change. And you're not willing either because you don't really care about, or it's because you don't want to commit to achieve the goal that you said you want to do. So if that's the case, do not bullshit yourself, because it's only hurting you, that say that you want to change. Because if you prioritize anything else in life and you don't treat nutrition, workout, going to walks, and you don't fit them into your day like it was in your job, like you're treating all those things like that you get overwhelmed from and stressed from, like everything else, like, I don't know, like, how can you not click on a button? How can you not go on an app and respond to a 2 minutes to a minute check-in? And then you find time to having to clean the house for like an hour or two. And you say, yeah, but I have to clean the house. Otherwise I'm going to, yeah, sure. But you also need to be healthy. This is what you sign up for. And if you are not sign up and you're in a group, same thing. This is basically what you're asking for every single time. I want coaching for free. I want this, I want that, only to have it and not do anything with it. And if that's you, shame on you, like leave the group. And if that's not you, then continue to do the work, do the challenge, come next Monday to the belly fat workshop, which is everybody supposedly have struggled with. And we have maybe 30 people coming out of 1,000 that I invited, which tells me that that's what you want, but you only look for always so funny. You wait for me to put out, do you want this resource? Do you want this thing? Only to say yes, to receive it. I don't know if you consume it or not, but never to do the work with the things that you're supposed to do. Challenges, coming to the calls, only one-to-one calls. Then sometimes we have one-to-one calls and nothing gets out of the one-to-one call, because again, it's about changing the behavior. It's not about getting in the next strategy. And therefore that needs to be the start. Change the behavior. Whatever feels stressful, and I made the example about the podcast yesterday, this guy was talking about people feel like, for example, tracking food is stressful. Then they change the behavior, they change their mindset because, they understand, belief shifting and then they start their own journey. Oh, tracking wasn't so difficult after all, was it? Yes, it wasn't, because you're just becoming a different person. Now, with this being said, as these lives are gonna be more difficult to stream as far as me sharing a bunch of content, this basically is the live I'm giving you about. I'm actually I'm showing you what's gonna happen before to actually post about the challenge. That's gonna be probably today or tomorrow, and you can start doing this challenge. There is gonna be modification. It's gonna be one exercise. One exercise. You can either do jumping squat or simple squat, whatever. You're gonna post. This is what's going to be. If you want to do it, that's how the challenge is done. But take it as a constructive criticism. It's mind-blowing to me how people nowadays want always to see the new strategy. They request for that dopamine hit in their brain. Oh, something new is going to fix my problem. Never to do the simple work. There has to be that. Yes, the simple work is the solution. And yes, it's not easy. After this data, I'm going to have to call a bunch of calls, and then I'm going to go to walk. I'm going to try to squeeze in as many steps as I can. If I cannot do 10,000, I'm going to do whatever I can, but I'm going to do it. And I know not everybody can be, I'm not saying I achieve results or not, but it's I know everybody cannot be committed like I am to wanting to achieve and doing the work, even though maybe the result doesn't come, but at least stop lying to yourself. And this is basically goes to everybody. Not everybody, clients or not clients, which are getting results, which are doing the work, because there are a bunch of people doing the work. That's the truth. But for those that are not, and you feel like this is talking to you, I'm not directly talking to you, but in a way I'm talking to you. Is hey, you either gonna do the work, or if you're not gonna do the work, then you don't complain. And if you're not even in the group, in the program, leave the group. Go to some coaches that promise you to have you lose 10 kilo in 2 weeks, only to get back 11 the next week, because that's exactly what's happening in the state of the industry. Now, before we move forward, because I have to jump into another call, this is basically what's happening. That's another point I want to make. If you have access to this, whether in our foundation or whatnot, you have a bunch of tools here, a bunch of useful stuff to do. Take care of it. Take use of it, right? There's a bunch of things. One of the things that you have to do is that you should do. It's make sure that you do your endurance and strength every single week upon this. Not every single week, every single month, to show you that you're actually improving. Because data is power. If you know that you're doing 50 push-up today, and then in 1 month you're doing 55, you got results. And guess what? If you're in a guaranteed program like we have, and we make you do all these things, it's because we want to, in fact, ensure that you are able to see results or measure the results. Because otherwise it's oh, I feel like it's working. Oh, I feel like it's not working. That's always the thing. So this is basically what we're going to do in this challenge. So jumping squat, or I believe this is so it's a jumping squat. If you are extremely overweight, and again, you can take this challenge whether or not you are in the program. If you're extremely overweight, I would do a modification or regular squat. Basically, this is what it's going to be. You're just going to type on your post regular squat 20, jumping squat 20, 30, whatever. And you post this it's going to probably go for a week or two. We'll see how this goes. And I really hope that all of you see this video. And I really hope that you finally get the point. Please, you either do the work or just go to another group. Like, the problem about groups nowadays, when we see people having like 100,000 people in a group, it's like that a small percentage of people see the content. And I want the people that actually are here for, they want to get results, to see the content, whether they are clients or non-clients, because that's a reality. Like, why it's not about only prioritizing one or the other. It's about having everybody that needs help get the help. It's extremely frustrating to be a coach. And I got this question asked from a bunch of people, including person I'm dating. And she's like, how do you work with people? It's like, so she said, how do you work with women? This is basically what she said. And I like to do what I do. It's extremely like rewarding when it is, but it's a bunch of like, I'm going to tell you the truth, especially now, there is like the state of the people right now. It's incredible. Like, and of course it's from the industry, but the people as well. Take your ownership if you want the results. Own what you said you're going to do, or don't do it. We have a code. Look, we have a code inside the website as well. Mindset. There is a whole portion about changing your mindset. You should go through all these things, by the way, just to actually, like, I have no time. Look at that. How to make decision, how to take decision faster. It talks about how to make more time. I just made one, makes more time, but I'm going to add this here as well. Personality test, living with the code. This is the code. No excuses without taking action. Be resourceful. A lot of people, especially the one that actually are in the program, should look at this thing. It's important. Hopefully this helps you. I'm going to announce the challenge later on. And again, stay off for every updates. I'm going to talk about how we're going to do with the lives after the 24th of April. And come to Mondays. If you never saw any training before, you don't want to miss the one from Monday. Talk to you soon. Coach Jerry here. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.